Welcome to Mobile World Congress here in Barcelona. I'm Peter Cohen from CIO, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at Huawei's enterprise services business. With me is Hank Stockbrooks, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Huawei. So Hank, what have you been discussing with customers here at Mobile World Congress? I mean, I know you've had some launches here this week, haven't you?
Correct, Peter. We launched two new products. One is around disaster recovery and backup, because with digital transformation, enterprises, organizations, governments are more and more depending on their technology to run their business. And the availability of that technology and that data becomes more and more critical to their business continuity. So what we have done is we have increased or improved our DR and backup service capabilities, really looking at, even in a multi-cloud environment, how do you architect the DR and backup capabilities? Do you have the right DR and backup capabilities in place? If not, how can you improve them? And then how can you implement them? And how can you test it so you make sure in advance that your DR is working, rather than finding out that it's not working when you actually need it? So that's one. The other one is HiOps, which is more about operation and maintenance, particularly for in a cloud, also in a cloud environment, but also looking at the availability and performance of applications and services, not just the infrastructure that's the way of the past. Now, if you're doing O&M, you need to look at the full stack of infrastructure, virtualization software, cloud, multi-cloud. The management of that has become much more complex. And HiOps, which we call O&M 3.0, HiOps is addressing that need.
So digital transformation is a big domain. What does Huawei bring to the table?
Well, Peter, it is indeed a very big domain. And what we're seeing globally is that a lot of enterprises, pretty much every enterprise or government around the world, is looking at digital transformation in order to provide better services to their customers or citizens, but also to ensure business continuity when suddenly their employees need to work remotely, as we have seen in the last few years. So there's many reasons why enterprises and governments are thinking, okay, how can I use the technology in order to accomplish these tasks? But they don't know where to start. And that's where we can help them by helping them to think, okay, what is it that you want to accomplish? What are your goals? What are your objectives? And then translate that into a technology solution, because it is, after all, digital transformation. So the technology plays a really important part. Now, we understand the technology, obviously. So when we are working with these customers, building the architecture, eventually the technology needs to be implemented, where we have a large professional services organization doing implementations, but also a lot of migrations these days that we're doing from a legacy environment to a digital environment, data migrations, application migrations, etc. And then beyond that, when it's up and running, we help them with the operation and maintenance of that new digital environment, which is obviously consists of a cloud, often multi-cloud or hybrid cloud, which is much more complex than managing a traditional environment. So we have developed tools that can help with the management, the operation, and the management of that digital environment. So essentially, Peter, we help customers with their digital journey, from digital transformation journey, from the beginning all the way to, well, there is not really an end to it. Once you start on this journey, it continues, because new technology will be available that you might want to use. So then we help customers evaluate that technology and see how we can implement it, and then again operate it into that new environment. So we really offer a full lifecycle service, full stack, full lifecycle service for their digital transformation journey.
So looking ahead, what can we expect from Huawei's Enterprise Services division in the near future?
Well, Peter, we have a lot of exciting new things coming out, new services coming out. But one of the main areas of where we're investing is in automation, because with the increase of the complexity of our customers' infrastructure with a multi-cloud and hybrid cloud, it becomes more and more complex, but also the dependency of the customer's business on technology is more crucial. So the only way to keep up with that requirements is using automation, particularly artificial intelligence. So rather than us or customers sitting there waiting for something to go wrong, what we actually want to do is prevent problems from happening. And we're very good at using technology in order to understand, okay, what's going on in this network. Also using what we learn at other networks, other environments, and using that in order to see, okay, if this continues, then maybe in a week time, there will be a problem there. So better fix it before it really becomes serious and starts costing a lot of money. Fix it now, add some capacity or replace something or reconfigure something so that a problem has been prevented, and customers really appreciate that. So that kind of services, using the automation to do these kinds of predictions and preventions, that's what we're investing a lot of money in. We have our own R&D team as a service organization that's developing these tools. So that's definitely an area where we'll see a lot of exciting things happening in the future. But also in professional services, as you may know, we have verticalized our services in different industries for finance, for transportation, for healthcare. So we're also investing in optimizing our services, particularly our consulting services, for each of these verticals. Because you cannot walk into a bank with the same story as for a hospital. They have different terminologies, different language, different targets, different things they find important. So we understand that, but we want to go further and even become more of a specific partner for each of these industries.
So finally, something that really matters in services, which is the partner ecosystem. What does that look like at Huawei, and what are your plans for the future in that area?
Okay, Peter. So the Huawei ecosystem, all the partners that we work with, we're really proud of. We have over 6,000 certified service partners these days. We have over 1,000 certified service solution partners. We have learning partners. We have other types of partners that we work with. And we work very hard to establish this global ecosystem of partners. They're doing a fantastic job for us. As we continue developing that ecosystem, what we will see is that we will have partners per vertical industry, partners that understand the finance service industry very well or understand government business very well. So also including the certification for particular vertical industries so that partners can say, yeah, I have been certified by Huawei to be a specialized partner for finance industry. Also here for partners, we're developing tools that we already a lot of our tools are available to our partners, but we want to do more to enhance the capabilities of our partners, because developing these tools costs a lot of money and a lot of resources. And we have a massive team developing these tools, and we want to make those tools available to our partners so that they can use them for their customers, basically making their life easier as well, giving them added differentiation and added value. So those are some of the areas where we're going to improve, enhance our partner ecosystem.
So for now, that's all from us here at Mobile World Congress. But remember, there's plenty more about Huawei Enterprise Services on Huawei's website, huawei.com. Thanks for watching.